So another Disney movie that you probably haven't heard in a long time or haven't even heard at all. We're talking about the movie Planes. Not cars, not trains, not boats. We're talking about planes because apparently Disney looked at Cars, a film about talking cars, and thought, sure, how about we make it work? Cars is a great film, but Planes, on this other hand, the spin-off version is not too good. Before anything, I just gotta clarify something. Plane wasn't even meant to hit theaters. This was supposed to go straight to DVD. Remember those days? Like one of those budget knockoffs you stumble upon the bargain section at the Kmart. Wait, Kmart is discontinued, so never mind. Let's say Walmart, but somehow Disney slapped on some polish, labeled it a Pixar movie even though it isn't, and still pushed it to theaters. And you know what? It still feels like a direct-to-DVD release. So let's go inside and go on a deep dive of the movie Planes. I just want to say, what's the deal with Planes? Picture cars, but swap out cars for planes. Basically, same story. It's as if Disney gathered in a meeting and said, you know what kids enjoy? Cars. But you know what else kids would love more? Planes. Planes makes Cars 2 look like an Academy Award winner. I'm sorry, I just had to say that. Actually, critics roasted Planes for the lack of originality, calling it a cheap Cars knockoff with bland characters, unpredictable plot, and subpar animation, which to be honest it is. Many felt it was actually to capture the Pixar magic, labeling it as uninspired and forgettable. But screw all of that right now. Let's talk about the storyline, the plot. We basically got Dusty Crop Popper, which is a small crop duster with lofty aspirations. He is a dream of being a racer, just like somebody we know. Racing, Lightning McQueen, rings a bell maybe, I don't know, but he's just a simple crop duster. He wants to be the fastest racer of all the land. So like the Wings Around the Globe tournament, which is just a version of their Piston Cup, Dusty joins forces with a whole bunch of other planes, like we meet El Chupacabra. Then we got Rip Slinger, which is just like the version of Chick Hicks. He's basically the villain of this story, which is not really a villain, but he's just like a jealous plane, just trying to get his way, always trying to be number one. He's basically a cheater. The whole point is just to win the race. Dusty is the underdog, and then we have other characters that decided to pop up. We got Chug, we got Skipper, Dottie, which is just a mechanic. I usually praise Disney for their animation. They made instant classics such as Frozen, Zootopia, Moana. But I don't know what went wrong in this film. It just seems a little bit off. I don't know what was the reason, but at the same time, it just like, it didn't really hit the mark. I don't know. The storyline is just all over the place. Chug is just basically Dusty's trainer, trying to teach him how to fly and be a true racer. This just leads him overall a problem because he over here trying to overextend himself to the absolute max, but he really can't because he's a crop duster.
Dusty, you're not built to race. You're built to dust.
She was still bashing him over and over again. You gotta feel bad for Dusty, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh no, I'm going down the orphanage.
All this because Dusty wants to fly around the Wings Around the Globe tournament. This is where we get a little trouble because Dusty knows that he can't really have a car train him, so might as well have a plane, an old school plane named Skipper.
I heard you shot down 50 planes.
You looking to be number 51?
Turns out that this wasn't the first time we seen Skipper. He was actually in like Cars tunes.
I'm Skipper.
Can you learn me how to fly?
But, you're a tow truck.
Yeah, they're connected. Planes and cars. Who knew? What's next? Tractors? In order to compete in this Wings Around the Globe tournament, you have to place top 5 in the race, and Dusty didn't do that. He placed 6th place. Pretty good. Didn't make it, but worth trying, I guess. Turns out the commissioner realized something went wrong with the 5th plane, like doing something bad or like cheating. So now Dusty's in the race. The plot continues. Skipper over here being a hater and straight up tells him to quit. Like, dang, bro, like, relax. Give him a congratulations.
You'll end up a smoking hole on the side of a mountain with your parts spread over 5 times.
Bro was already hating, like, dang, Skipper, calm down. I know Jolly Rogers, all that, but really, bro? I mean, you have all this. You have Skipper, which was just an ex-warrior pilot. He fought in the war. People respect him as he should. Get all the respect you need, but don't be bashing over here my boy Dream. See, that's cool and all, the underdog story of Dusty Crop Popper. Okay, great. But this dude is afraid of heights. I don't know what's going on right now. We got Dusty Crop Popper being afraid of heights. We got a warplane that doesn't really want to teach Dusty, thinking he can't do it. But he decides to do it anyways because what else can he do, huh? So they decide to do low-level training. You know, Skipper's telling them the basics, and then Dottie comes up with this one.
We can increase power or We can decrease drag.
So now they're changing up his engine and trying to make the torque go even crazier. I don't know what's going on. This is like a GTA barbershop. But when it comes to the Cars franchise, it was just something about it that made it so unique. It was the character development between these two characters, Mater and Lightning McQueen. It was just a good duo. And seeing that in the first movie, how Lightning McQueen was just like a cocky, straight up, rude Lightning McQueen racer. And we see the growth within this character within the first Cars movies. Cars 2, we don't talk about it. But then we have planes, and I don't think if this was a part of the Cars franchise, it would ruin the entire movie story of Cars completely. Because Skipper's training apparently works for him.
Altitude for airspeed. Gravity is your ally. The laws of physics govern speed. Use your radial G. He's ready.
Is he though? I mean, you only had like a couple training sessions. It wasn't like that crazy, but hey, whatever it is, you do you, Dusty. We already know that he was qualified for the race, so now all he has to do is just get checked in and then get ready for the race. This is where we meet characters like El Chupacabra. Then we got Rip Slinger, which we already saw in the past. When the race starts, he immediately lowballs everything. He flies low while the planes fly high. It's just Dusty's method, I guess. Wow, I guess you see the real life aspect of these races. No live cameras, nothing, like not even a radio. But eventually he ends up in the first stop, which is Iceland. Everyone else is already high, dry, cooling in the fire. Dusty, he's cold. And now we have our B plot. El Chupacabra is trying to find the love of his life. He found it. But in this scenario, she's trying to play hard to get as he thinks in his mind. Well, planes can fall in love, I guess. There's a lot to this movie that I don't know about. Dusty is communicating with their team, and he's telling them, hey, you gotta fly a little bit higher from the ice. So what was all that training for, Dusty? You didn't fly a little bit higher than the rest of the freaking planes? What happened? Halfway through the movie already, and I'm just like, ugh. I do gotta give planes a little bit of respect because I see what they were trying to do, start off maybe a new franchise, and it just didn't turn out well, but it was actually pretty good joke wise. If you understood the jokes, it was a little funny. But we're zooming on to the next race. The next race was all about obstacles, agility, something that actually Dusty trained for, but we don't even see him. Basically, it's all about John Cleese, aka Bulldog. Mayday! Remind you a little bit of something, huh? But Dusty communicates with Bulldog, telling him, I have your back. I'm gonna tell you where to go so you won't crash. Which is true sportsmanship right there. The whole montage of this film. I mean, we saw that in Cars, but it's okay. A little copy and paste. Cheat, but don't cheat. It's okay. Then Bulldog finally realizing once he get the oil out of his eyes that, hey, Dusty was the one that helped me. He was shocked at first. And now he gained a new friend. Now he's loyal. Don't judge a book by its cover, all I'm saying. So now we in Germany, and all of a sudden we meet this guy.
My name is Franz, and I am a huge fan.
I am in charge.
I'm shocked as you what went down. This character isn't even that important to the story. All I can take from that scene is that Dusty got a little bit of super fans. It's cool. It's cool to have good sportsmanship and have some good fans. I don't know why they're just changing Dusty all of a sudden. He's trying to be something that he's not. I'm not against it, but Dusty, you trying to win, but you changing up your whole thing.
So, what do you think?
I don't know, Dusty. You over here turning left and right, being a whole new GTA modification. There is a sad part during this film because Skipper can't fly because, you know, he was a war hero. Then he tries to go see Dusty even though he can't fly, but he decided to try, and this happened. Now you got a feel for the guy. At this point, he's just trying to actually support his apprentice, I guess. Taking him under his wing. Get it? Come on, I haven't said an air joke. Give me a break. But now we move on to a little bit of love because Dusty's trying to make with this one plane girl, you could say. And they hit it off and they go for a little fly, I guess. The whole point of that little date, quote unquote, is just to see this.
You like to fly low, don't you? Railroad tracks through a valley in the mountains, so you can still fly low.
Thanks, Ashani.
So Dusty actually takes this girl's advice and actually goes to the Himalayan mountains in a railroad. Dusty, I don't know why you're doing this, bro. Like, you could just fly a little bit higher than usual. Just go a little bit across the mountains. Go around the mountains if you need to. And then he tries to go through this tunnel, but he realizes he can't go. And guess what? He's scared of heights, so he has to go around, try to find a way. And then all of a sudden, he has to realize, hey, I'm gonna come back for my death wish. Rest in peace, Dusty. You will be missed. Somehow he actually makes it through it alive, and he's actually the first one to land.
No one else is here yet. You're in first place.
Don't know how that's possible, but you know what? Let's just go along with the story. Now he has to talk to Rashani, see what's good. Like, hey, I went through down and now you sent me up. Like, what's the deal? Now we got Rip Slinger's new blaze. Like, really? And now Dusty thought he could get at her. Not no more. The betrayal is crazy. From that part right there, we go on to El Chupacabra's little side B plot thing, and he's just trying to win her love, and he performs this.
No,
Lord, Thousand Nose.
Thousand, yes. Dusty over here being a W wingman. I think I just got swayed by El Chupacabra as well, because wow. See, there's some actually fun parts in this movie. It's not all that bad, but still it's kind of with all that happy love and everything like that. The next race is happening, and we know the Rip Slinger is the bad guy of this whole thing, so he hires his little minions to do a little something for him, and they do this straight up. My bro got no fuel, no nothing. This dude is low to the ground. He can't even fly up. Like, he's screwed. This was a literal assassination attempt. No cameras, no nothing. This movie is absolutely crazy. Then we see a fighter jet out of nowhere. Skipper was in the Jolly Ranchers, and Dusty wanted to find him, how many medals he has, being the oldest war hero and everything like that. And then guess what?
I only flew one mission.
So now his mentor lied to him. Then it was a whole thing. He's like, maybe I should go back to Crop Dusty. Now he's trying to fight the storm, and he can't because, like, he's a Crop Duster engine, and he kind of plummets to the ground, the freaking ocean. Hey, I gotta give my props to Dusty. Dusty is pulling through with this. I mean, he makes it alive, but he looked a little bit messed up in my opinion. Now he has to confront Skipper, and all that sadness is just so sad. This is like if Doc Hudson didn't win all those piston cups. Since Dusty's all messed up and broken, he couldn't even participate in the race no more, but El Chupacabra saves the day just because he helped him get his girl. True friendship, I guess. And now the chain reaction is starting. Now everyone's giving him parts to rebuild. Literally, what happened to the old Dusty? Is this like Dusty V2? Do we just call him like Dust? I don't know. So now the final race is from Mexico to New York. Rip Slinger is just being old Rip Slinger, trying to be first place as well. Dusty over here confrontating him. Amazing. Acting like he can't do that same thing again to Dusty. Over here acting so tough, relaxed. And he did it again because he literally straight up head-butting him to the ground. And then Skipper over here flying out of nowhere. The big shocker. I just realized that Skipper is like the Doc Hudson of this universe planes. Oh my, I just realized. That whole fight was for no reason because they literally just had Rip Slinger get away. And now Dusty has to go on top and fly. But after all those repairs, it's still not fast enough that he has to beat Rip Slinger. So it's only one way to go when that's up. And he was so scared, but he finally did it. I gotta give a round of applause for him. Took an hour and 30 minutes, but it's okay. So now we're at the breaking point, whether or not Rip Slinger or Dusty's gonna win. And of course, Dusty's gonna win because it's the movie. But he wins the Rings Around the Globe tournament. Try saying that 5 times fast. Crop Duster that had a few mechanic switches, a few little changes to his body, his engine. So who's really the winner here? The mechanic, Dottie. He's the one that changed up the whole game.
The orphanage.
I mean, what a great way to end off the movie. Dusty wins, shocker. Everybody gets what they want. A happy ending, perfect for everybody. Still a not great movie, but it's Disney. Disney is like the highest quality you expect, and then they come out with planes. It's just not a... It's like a copycat. It's like a ChatGPT wrote this. Kidding, I know AI won't do something like this. Overall, Planes is just some movie that you just turn on in the background. Maybe if you haven't watched in a while, cool to see it once in a while. I think it's gonna be another 3 years till I see this movie, and it's not like they're gonna make another sequel, right? Wow, I spoke too soon. Planes, Fire, and Rescue. Another video, another day. I want to know your opinion about the Planes movie. Have you seen Planes and Planes Fire and Rescue? What are your thoughts about it? Let me know in the comments below. Also, let me know what movies you want me to review. Good, bad, mediocre, just put in the comments. If you like this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to join the Blockbuster family. I've been Blockbuster. Hope you have a good one and take care.